7 young outcasts in Derry, Maine are about to face their worst nightmare. An ancient shape-shifting evil that has returned to the town. This evil possesses the ability to transform into whatever its victim fears most. And each of the 7 friends must confront their personal demons, which manifest in the form of Pennywise the Clown. Before we start, I would like to give a huge shout out to the first 100 people who commented on my last video. You guys really helped me out and I appreciate it. Now, let's begin with number 7. No, 7. The Losers Club is formed. The movie opens with the aftermath of a massive storm, revealing a dead body floating in the barracks. We then meet our first member of the Losers Club, Bill Denbrow, a young boy with a stutter who is desperately searching for his missing younger brother. As he tries to inform the police about his missing sibling, they simply ignore him because of his speech impediment. Feeling alienated and dejected, he returns home. But fate intervenes when he encounters Beverly Marsh, another outcast who has been enduring abuse at home from her alcoholic father. They form an instant connection and join forces to search for Georgie. Their investigation leads them to a sewer drain where they find a tattered red balloon. Drawn by its movement, Beverly and Bill follow it and discover a manhole cover. And upon opening it, they find themselves transported to an underground labyrinth. Here they encounter a group of boys who become their allies in the fight against Pennywise, including Richie Tozier, Eddie Kasprick, and Stanley Uris. Together, they continue exploring the underground tunnels until they come across a small room filled with cobwebs and old debris. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake and a terrifying creature emerges from the darkness. Its appearance is both grotesque and disturbing, resembling a mix between a bloated corpse and a demonic entity. The creature lunges towards the children, causing chaos and panic. They flee, hoping to escape its clutches, but the creature pursues them relentlessly through the maze-like tunnels. Cornered and terrified, the children prepare for the worst, unsure if they will survive the encounter. Number 6, the first kill. After recovering from their traumatic experience in the tunnels, the Losers Club regroups at the Niebold Street House, the residence of one of their members, Ben Hanscom. They exchange stories about the creature they encountered, each describing it in different ways based on their own fears. Despite their conflicting accounts, they agree to work together to defeat it. As they strategize, they learn that Ben has already conducted some research and discovered that the creature is known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. According to local lore, Pennywise has been terrorizing Derry, Maine every 27 years, preying on the town's children. Determined to put an end to Pennywise's reign of terror, the Losers Club devises a plan to lure the creature out using a red balloon. The plan is simple yet risky. One of the children will stay behind in the sewers while the others create a diversion at the surface. If it works, they will be able to trap Pennywise and prevent it from claiming any more victims. As night falls, the Losers Club puts their plan into action. They gather around the manhole, their faces illuminated by the flickering lights of nearby street lamps. With a mixture of fear and determination, they begin their descent into the dark and murky sewers. The air grows heavy and stale, making it difficult to breathe. The sound of dripping water echoes around them, creating an eerie atmosphere that amplifies their fears. As they navigate through the labyrinth in tunnels, the children's nerves are stretched to their limits. The darkness is suffocating, and the slightest sound sends shivers down their spines. Suddenly, a blood-curdling screech pierces the darkness, making the children freeze in their tracks. It is a sound that seems to come from another world, a horrifying melody that strikes terror into their hearts. Pennywise has awakened. Realizing that time is running out, the children race to their designated positions. The trap is set, and now they wait in tense silence. The fate of their lives hangs in the balance. Then, as if drawn by an invisible force, Pennywise begins to approach the bait. No, 5, the Ritual of Chud, in a desperate attempt to defeat Pennywise once and for all, the Losers Club performs an ancient ritual known as the Ritual of Chud. This ritual is said to be the only way to banish Pennywise back to the void from which it came. However, performing this ritual comes with a significant cost. Each member of the club must confront their deepest fears and face their own personal demons, which manifest in the form of Pennywise the Clown. As the ritual commences, each member is confronted by their own manifestation of Pennywise. Bill, still struggling with his stutter, faces a version of Pennywise that taunts him mercilessly, mocking his speech impediment and using it against him. Beverly is forced to confront her abusive father, who has taken on the form of Pennywise. She must come to terms with her traumatic past and break free from the cycle of abuse. Richie's fear of rejection and abandonment manifests as a Pennywise that preys on his insecurities, attempting to isolate him from the group and convince him that he is not worthy of love or friendship. Eddie's hypochondria is exploited by a Pennywise that takes the form of his overprotective mother, constantly criticizing him and never allowing him to do anything without her supervision. Men's fear of being alone is personified by a Pennywise that shows him a vision of a future where he is isolated and forgotten by everyone. Stanley's anxiety and fear of failure are embodied by a Pennywise that tempts him with visions of success and happiness, only to snatch them away at the last moment, leaving him feeling empty and defeated. Mike's fear of losing his friends and the town of Derry itself is manifested as a Pennywise that threatens to destroy everything he holds dear, forcing him to choose between protecting his friends and saving his hometown. These battles against their inner demons test the Losers Club's resolve and unity. They must not only confront their deepest fears, but also learn to overcome them and find strength in their friendships. Only by doing so can they hope to banish Pennywise and bring an end to its reign of terror. 4. Deadlights. As the ritual reaches its climax, the Losers Club finds themselves facing their ultimate fears embodied in the most terrifying form of Pennywise, the Deadlights. The Deadlights represent the darkest depths of Pennywise's evil and are the key to defeating it once and for all. The battle between the Losers Club and the Deadlights is a clash between light and darkness, between hope and despair. The children must draw upon every ounce of courage and determination within them to stand against the overwhelming evil. As the battle rages, the fate of Derry hangs in the balance. The Losers Club, battered and exhausted, refuses to give up. They fight with the strength of those who have nothing left to lose, driven by their unwavering belief in the power of friendship and the importance of protecting their hometown. Just when all hope seems lost, one of the members sacrifices themselves to save the others, reminding them that true courage means putting others before oneself. Inspired by their fallen comrade, the remaining members of the Losers Club find renewed strength. They unite their powers and perform the final act of the Ritual of Chud, banishing the Deadlights and ending Pennywise's reign of terror once and for all. 3. Henry Bowers. Henry Bowers is a sadistic bully who terrorizes the Losers Club throughout the story. Driven by a deep-seated desire for power and control, he forms a gang of similarly minded individuals who carry out acts of violence and intimidation against those weaker than them. As the story progresses, Henry's actions become increasingly brutal and senseless, revealing a disturbing lack of empathy and remorse. His cruelty knows no bounds as he inflicts pain and suffering on innocent people simply for his own amusement. Despite facing opposition and even injury at the hands of the Losers Club, Henry remains defiant and unapologetic, showing no regard for the consequences of his actions. His unhinged behavior and willingness to go to any lengths to satisfy his bloodlust make him a formidable and terrifying antagonist. Throughout the story, Henry serves as a reminder of the darkness that can exist in the human heart and the lengths to which some people will go to satisfy their bloodlust. No, 2. The balloon. The imagery of the red balloon serves as a constant reminder of the ever-present danger posed by Pennywise. The balloon's cheerful appearance creates a jarring contrast with the sinister nature of its owner, much like the Cheshire Cat's grin in Alice in Wonderland. This contrast emphasizes the deceptive and manipulative nature of Pennywise, which can lure unsuspecting victims into a false sense of security before striking when they least expect it. Furthermore, the red balloon acts as a symbol of childhood innocence corrupted by evil. Much like the innocent games and laughter of children can turn into nightmares when manipulated by Pennywise, as seen in the scene where the creature taunts Georgie from inside the storm drain. The balloon-esque association with both joy and terror serves to heighten the suspense and dread throughout the story, reminding viewers that even the most seemingly harmless objects can become sinister when used by evil. Number 1. The sewer. The sewer in the story serves as a metaphor for the hidden darkness that lurks beneath the surface of everyday life. It represents the unknown and the unsettling aspects of the town of Derry that most people choose to ignore or deny. The Losers Club, however, discovers that the sewer is not just a physical labyrinth, but also a symbolic one, mirroring the complexities of their own minds and fears. As the children venture deeper into the sewers, they encounter not only Pennywise, but also their own inner demons and past traumas. The claustrophobic and decaying environment of the sewer reflects the psychological toll that these experiences have taken on them. By confronting their fears head-on and working together to overcome them, the Losers Club ultimately emerges stronger and more resilient. The sewer, therefore, becomes a place of transformation as well as a battleground between good and evil. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.